Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast, it's our football podcast. You can't see the forest for the tees. As the season draws to a close, there's only 2 weeks left, and there may be some playoff action. See what Paul Williams and James Panas think to last week's games, see if we won any hard cash, and see what they're thinking about the upcoming games of this week. There's a football quiz as always, and so check this out. This is Cookiecast. You can't see the forest for the tees.
I wish you'd not told him that.
I wish you hadn't told me that.
I didn't know that. It comes to something when out the three of us, Paul's the one in the know.
Yeah.
These guys know it.
Right. Things flash. Blue line's blue line. And I rage on.
You've got a rager on.
Finally.
Well,
Whose turn is it?
welcome to another thrilling and enthralling instalment of You Can't See the Forest for the Tees. You join us on a momentous Wednesday evening,
Wednesday.
May the 1st.
What's the live table looking like?
The live table, well,
I'm picking
Swansea,
up as if to look at the live table. But
Swansea are currently holding Derby to a 1-1 draw, which helps. I mean, it's not ideal, but...
I'll put it on silent.
So, if Swansea can hold on and only hold Derby to a point, that will put Derby 1 point clear of Middlesbrough in the final playoff position. So as the table stands at the moment, Derby County in 6th with 71 points, Middlesbrough in 7th on 70 points, Bristol City in 8th on 69 points. So it is basically all
Why is that a thing?
All to play 69.
Yeah, it was like
the dirtiest number.
It was like when we went to bingo. Yeah, I went to bingo.
What
Every time at 69, the amount of people went.
What did they call it? What did they call it out? Was it anyway up?
No, annoyingly.
Meal for two.
Apparently they don't do all that shit no more. You don't get 2 fat ladies.
Clickety-click,
or
legs
ducks.
11.
No, all you just get is 13, 1 and 3, 13. Or
It could be a bingo card.
then you just get 5 on its own.
On its own,
5.
number 5.
It's
I could-
bullshit. I mean, half the reason he's going, he's hearing all them things.
Number
isn't
10, Downing Street. Number
Yeah.
10. Kelly's Eye. Number 1. Is it Key to the Door? 21. Top of the shop.
Couldn't Keith the door be
Blind.
64 or something?
90.
Anyway,
Two little
off.
ducks. Quack,
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 quack.
33.
We're off topic already.
Absolutely not.
This
I'm
should
sure.
be the topic.
I'm sure someone did that once. Like they were just giving out all the wrong numbers. It was like 2 fat ladies,
12.
76. It's just like absolute nonsense. It made absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Well, I said that I reached a certain point in my life where all I wanted from life was to be a bingo caller and do that. 2 fat ladies.
On its own,
12.
75.
Anyway, not as fun as you
1
think.
and 2.
We have just
9.
entered into 3 minutes of added time. So yeah, leaves it all to play for. Yeah, that is the phrase. All to play for on this coming Sunday. Where?
I love how we're straight into the next week and we're just skipping over the previous.
Well, it's just because the game is currently being played, and oh my word, Barca have hit the bat. Oh no, the Scott. Is that Messi?
One of the second highest paid athlete of 2018.
No. Oh, that was in the highest paid footballer, but yeah. So, last day of the season, if it stays as it is, Derby County at home to West Brom, knowing a win puts them into the playoffs. Nothing else can change it.
No.
Bristol City.
West Brom have got something to play for if I remember
West Brom
rightly.
technically do have something to play for
They
because
can,
in
they,
theory,
they can overhaul Leeds on the
they
goal
can-
difference, can't they?
they can overtake Leeds if Leeds lose against Ipswich. Probably not going to happen.
Unlikely.
So West Brom can technically still get third, and
Joe, did Bamford get a ban? I know he got. I know he's. I
don't know if he got.
He's in trouble.
I don't know if he got banned.
Is it Rapper?
No.
We'll go through this in the review of last week.
We'll cover it.
Yeah. We're doing it a bit.
This week in football.
We're doing a bit arse about face at the moment, aren't we?
We are doing a bit arse about face. So Derby County at home to West Brom. Win, they're in. Bristol City away at Hull. They need to win and hope that Derby and Borough lose. Oh no. They need Derby to lose regardless.
And Borough could draw.
Do they need Derby to lose regardless?
Is that a live table?
So if Derby get a point on the last day of the season, Bristol City need to win by 7 goals.
Yeah, so they do need Derby to lose.
So they need Derby to lose, really. They can afford for Borough to draw
against
Rotherham.
Oh yeah.
Away. All tickets sold out.
Oh right, okay.
So if Borough draw,
not going
then.
Yeah, if Borough draw, Bristol City go in with a win. So all to play for.
It
sounds like it's all to play for.
It's looking a bit unlikely for you, though, isn't it?
It's not unlikely. I'd say that Derby at home to West Brom's not a nailed on 3 points for Derby.
I suppose fair enough. I'll tell you what, I was looking at the table.
Full time.
If
Swansea won, Derby County won, it remains open.
If Swansea had won that game, they'd have had a chance.
No, they were out of it.
I thought they had got 2 more games.
No, because that was their last. That was their last game. So even if you put 2 points on that still only puts them at 66.
Oh right, yeah. I thought I'd seen it Swansea.
No, they must have balled it up at the weekend.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. What did they do at the weekend? Swansea.
Because they've kind of come from nowhere.
Swansea 2-2 with Hull. That fucked them.
Maybe I saw a table when they were.
Yeah, because up until Saturday, Swansea and Sheff Wednesday were still outside chances of getting in the playoffs because they had the requisite number of games left. But yeah, so full time in tonight's Swansea versus Derby game, 1-1, all to play for. So, Andrew, where would you like us to start?
I'd like to start with this week in football.
Is there anything more than Leeds Villa to talk about here?
Leeds fans are going mental because, why wouldn't they? Because they're Leeds fans and apparently everyone's out to get them. Again.
That's
so
100% true.
Leeds and Villa playing the game. Leeds needed to win big.
So Sheffield United won the day before, which put them 6 points clear of Leeds in third.
Yeah, well,
with
Norwich
2 games to play for.
Norwich got promoted the day
Norwich
before.
got promoted the day before because they won, which put them 9 points clear of Leeds.
Yeah, and 6 clear of, at the time, Sheffield United.
No, because Norwich played last.
Did they?
Yeah, Norwich was the 7:45 game on it, and Sheffield United was the 5.
5. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So Norwich
also temporarily
already promoted.
They went temporarily top then, didn't they, on goal difference? Yeah.
So Norwich, Sheffield United, all but promoted. So they were just basically waiting for Leeds to play the next game. If Leeds didn't win, they were up as well as Norwich.
And even if Leeds had been in a winning position, they really needed to go for some goals as well. They got to overturn about 9 goal difference.
They had to win both their last 2 games and hope that Sheffield United didn't pick up any more points.
And even in that scenario, there was still a 9 goal shift or something that had to happen. So
very unlikely.
Sheffield United were unlikely to not do it.
So Sunday, 12 o'clock rolls around. It's Leeds versus Villa. Big game. So
It was such an old man.
Big game. It's at Bell End Road. It's at Ellen Road.
Yeah.
And Aston Villa are attacking, and unfortunately, their striker Jonathan Codger goes down in about the centre of the pitch.
Old guy, is he?
Because he's injured. So the game carries on.
I'm not convinced he was very injured, but
no.
he did have the sense to, whilst the rest of what he's going to tell you happens, stay down.
Yeah, so gets injured, stays down on the pitch. The game carries on. Leeds have the ball within their own back four. They play it out to the left-hand side to Tyler Roberts, who was a striker but somehow manages to find himself in his own half. The Villa players all stop because it looks like he's about to put the ball out so the guy can get treatment, as is the standard thing.
So I should point out though that really it is on the ref to stop the game.
It should be up to the ref to stop the game.
Leeds are entitled to play on.
The first rule of football, you play to the whistle.
Yeah.
Leeds are absolutely entitled to play on. It's just the fact that he looks as if he's going to put it out.
You look at his body language and the way he's shaping his body, he's putting that ball out of place so the guy can get treatment. Instead of putting the ball out, he sees that his guy is sort of running behind.
Click.
So Matthias Klisch, or Click, I don't know if it's
Click. I think we're going with, yeah.
But he sees that he's sort of out on the left hand side, free as a bird. So he puts him in down the left hand side. He then the Villa players at this point have all stopped, so they're all having to rush back to try and sort of like get
in between, gesticulating like what the fuck's going on.
It's like, what are you fucking doing? So the Villa players try and chase him down.
Yeah, it's an half-assed attempt.
To no avail. He cuts into the box and he just smashes it in the back of the net. All the Leeds fans go wild. Oh my word! Oh my word!
Have we just had a worldie there, or
Messi just spanked one in from about 30 yards out. Free kick, but Jesus. I can't believe this. Liverpool have probably been the better team in this, and they're out pretty much.
Did you see that?
3-0.
Did you see that flag that appeared on social media this week?
No.
Where it was a picture of Liverpool with their couple of European Cup symbols or whatever and their badge. They won more than 2 European Cups. I don't know why there was 2, but there was a couple there, and it was, "We're going to Barcelona. Brexit is for Manx."
I do. That's aged badly. There you go. Oh!
Keeper's not saving that.
Oh! My word. That is spectacular. Yeah, no keeper saving that fucker. Oh!
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
He's got about as close as he's going to get.
That is postage stamp, that. That is a free kick. That's why he's the best player in the world, isn't it, to be fair.
Easy the best player in the world.
Oh my word.
Look at him.
He is some player. I mean, he threw himself to the ground when Milner tried to sort of chest him out of play earlier on. But other than that, he's fucking world class.
That's pretty much that.
Anyway, so Leeds players scores. Aston Villa players go absolutely fucking mental.
The scuffles everywhere.
Yeah, people are getting thrown to the ground.
Fighting.
We'll come to this.
Oh, they've hit the bar.
Could have been a vital away goal.
Vital away goal. They kind of need to get one here. And do that.
Oh, I thought that was prime volley position there. Sorry, this must be really interesting for you and also anyone watching that probably knows this result.
So we've said no keeper saving that. It's exactly the same time. My mate comes through. Got to save that.
What?
I'm gonna have to text him. Is he having a laugh at?
Is he a Man United fan?
He is.
Yeah, exactly. The correct response says, "Oh yeah, I'm sure David De Gea would have got that on recent form." Right, okay, I'll carry on the talk. So,
yeah, you take up.
Oh, now I'm under pressure. So they're all having a little scuffle because they're really upset about the goal. Right, okay, so they're all fighting. The ref's trying to sort it out. At one point, Bamford's got his hand round El Ghazi.
So El Ghazi goes up to Bamford and basically sort of like does that near him, to which Bamford goes.
Well, Bamford's got his arm round his neck or chest at one point, so El Ghazi's trying to shoo him off.
Yeah.
Right? And he's gone like that, and he's ended up like brushing his chest with his hand, or I don't know if he even touched him. But the linesman in all this,
referee's assistant
in all this, because Bamford's gone down, he probably hasn't even touched him, and even if he did, it's in the chest region. He's gone down holding his face as if someone's literally just like ripped his face off. So after they all get sorted and they're all like returned to middle, the linesman's called the ref over and said they've had a little word, and you can see the linesman going like that, as if to say he's been elbowed, he's on the floor, he's in agony. So the ref sends El Ghazi off. They all then go ballistic again, going, what's going on?
Which is mental when you consider that apparently all the FA and the EFL and everyone's in on it, and they all want to keep Leeds down. But if that's the case, why are they sending other teams' players off?
Anyway.
Weird that, isn't it?
So we get back, they're all kicking off on the bench. John Terry's keeping it all that in and that Bielsa. John Terry. Whatever. So, and then it turns out... So then, Bielsa, the manager of Leeds, he's like, I don't want to win like this.
So if the camera catches him visibly saying, give the goal. So...
As in, because he's foreign. What he means is, give them a goal back.
Let them score.
Let them score now, because we don't want that goal that they've awarded us. Because if he'd have had his way,
not in keeping with the spirit
out.
Of the game.
Yeah, he would want his team to kick the ball out. They didn't. They played on and scored. So the manager of the team, Leeds, says, "Give the goal." He's screaming it like more than once, isn't he? You see him like wording it. So they all arrange this. The Villa players know what's going to happen. All the Leeds players know what's happening. No, not all the Leeds players. 10 of the Leeds players knew what was going to happen. Is he captain as well?
No, Liam Cooper's the captain.
Oh, right, yeah. So anyway, Jansen's, he's not happy about this. He's still having words with the manager. He's going, give the goal, give the goal. So all the Leeds players, they let the 2 Villa players walk through or run through with the ball. They get to the 18-yard box. Jansen at this point is like, no, I am not having this. He goes to make a tackle, fucks it up anyway, and they score. As they return to the thing, he's so pissed off, but then all of his own team are just like, dickhead.
I think one of them probably went up to him and going, was like, no, you...
Was not happy about this, was he? He was not on the same page. And then it finished 1-0.
Yeah. So Leeds...
But then, as it turns out, the reason why we're saying about Bamford possibly in trouble is after the fact they've reviewed.
So they've gone back and watched what happened
after the fact, because we don't have the VAR yet in that league.
Right.
So they've gone back retrospectively after the result and gone, well, nothing really happened there. He's made it all up. So they've rescinded El Ghazi's red card.
So the guy who got sent off has had his red card overturned, which means he's eligible to play the last game of the season and the
because he'd have been banned for 3 games, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Playoff games, so he would have been banned for the first 2 games of the playoffs.
Yeah. The only thing that's surprising to me is that they're looking at some action for Bamford, because I always understood the rules to be that if the ref's seen the incident and made a call, you can't retrospectively then hand out punishment.
I think
you can rescind.
It's obviously different when it's like cases, not cases of mistaken identity, but it's extenuating circumstances, isn't it? Basically, because you could argue that he's conned the ref.
Because you know what I mean. Like if someone's done like a really bad tackle or a punch or something like that, the ref's seen it and either decided no, there was nothing in that, or he's given a yellow.
Mm-hmm.
They can't then retrospectively give a red card because the ref's deemed to have seen it and dealt with it there.
You also can't retrospectively rescind yellow cards. You can only rescind red cards. So
I'm surprised that Bamford's in trouble on that one.
Yeah, but it's not cut and dry with that one. They've said he's been charged with
ungentlemanly,
something like that. I can't remember the actual words they used, but he's been charged with an offence, and it can carry a 2-game ban. So Leeds kind of need this to be sorted, because if it doesn't get sorted before the last game of the season, he could be banned for both of their playoff games, which, if it's against Borough, fucking massive.
Because we all know that Bamford is an ex-Borough player and will score against Borough.
Personally, I feel that it's situations like this that they should be clamping down on.
But do you know what? Do you know what I thought he was going to say? I thought he was going to play it all serious and then go, personally, it's Leeds.
I was getting fuck Leeds. This is the sort of stuff that they should be clamping down on, though. There are certain situations where if you let stuff get out of hand, you get this sort of stuff. And I mean, we've all seen those famous videos, the guy that gets his ear flicked and goes down like he's been shot.
This man needs to see the Rivaldo one.
I mean, we've got the Neymar one, and you know,
the Rivaldo one is, and we might have even talked about this before. At the time, was he World Player of the Year, or was he he's basically absolutely one of the top players in the world.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was that year.
He did get World Player of the Year around that time.
It was some point at that point.
So, like, it's as if they couldn't have, like, Ronaldo's done it. Right? It's in, was it Turkey? Turkey against Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Semi-final, wasn't it? Was it a semi-final or was it a group game? I can't remember.
So, he's over there wanting to take a corner. The Turkey guy's returning the ball to him. He's pinged it a bit rather than rolled it across the floor.
Basically, he just boots the ball at him. It hits him in the knee.
It hits him in the knee, on the side, but he goes down holding his face, just rolling around like in the corner of the pitch. But he's clearly hit his knee, holding his face.
Gets the
World's
guy
best
sent
player.
off.
Guy got sent off. Yeah. It must have been a good game because that guy got a game ban or something, or we couldn't play the next game or whatever it was. So yeah.
But that should be the other way around. If he's been hitting the knee, he's gone down all in his face, the answer to that should be, get off. You're having a fucking G-rap.
Oh, dear.
And there should be more of that to stamp it out. And the point being is, if you go down on the floor and you don't get up, you need to be injured. You need to be unable to get up. It doesn't need to be a situation where you're worried that your hair's been messed up, which is a lot of the way football works these days.
Yeah. I can't really remember what's happened last week's football apart
Other than that,
apart from some promotion.
So Rotherham were the third team to get relegated from the conference, from the Championship. So that means that they've got nothing to play for going into the last game against Borough.
Really?
Slightly impacted on Forest, well, a near miss as such that it rose its head before the weekend about Bolton still might not fulfil their last two fixtures.
Yeah,
but they've been told that even if you have to throw out kids and caretakers or whatever, you play in these fixtures, basically, haven't they now?
But I don't know when they're going to do the Brentford game. So they were supposed to play Brentford's second last game of the season on Saturday. The game got postponed because the Bolton players just said,
"No, not playing.
We've not been paid. We're not playing. It's absolutely disgraceful. You know, they've not been played for however many weeks." So they're just like, nah.
But they've said they've got to fulfil them, even if you have to throw out.
But
any man and his dog.
They should just play the kid. It's weird because there was a situation about probably 10 or so seasons ago when there was a team in the conference called Weymouth, and they had a similar situation that the players weren't getting paid, but they had absolutely no money whatsoever where they weren't able to pay their insurance premiums. So they couldn't play any of the first team players because they weren't covered. So if they got injured during the game, they weren't covered and they weren't going to get their wages paid or something like that. There wasn't any like player protection, so to speak. So they literally could only play the academy players because they didn't have that same. There was some sort of rule that because they were under a certain age,
they wouldn't be on the same contract,
and because they weren't full-time contracted players, they didn't fall under the same reasons and stuff like that. So it's a slightly different situation, obviously, but it just reminded me of that situation where they had to play the academy players because they couldn't actually physically play the first team. But that sounds like what it is. So yeah, who knows? It might just be like, if you turn up first, we'll just pick 11 We'll just pick 11 fans. And you can just play.
I don't know how that works though, because that's literally like, there's still a registration issue there.
Well, they'll just have to play the reserve. Well, not the reserves because they're not reserves anymore. They'll have to play the developmental squad and just hope for the best, I suppose. But so the Brentford game still needs to be.
I didn't realise that had not been played. Actually.
Yeah, they didn't play on Saturday. It just got postponed. So they need to rearrange that game, and then obviously there's the game against Forest. So it'll either go ahead or it'll get rearranged for whenever. But so that was the championship. So the top two have already been promoted. The bottom three have already been relegated. So the only thing that needs to be sorted out in the championship is
who gets in the playoffs.
Technically, who wins the title, and the last team to get in the playoffs.
Yeah. So Norwich got to play Villa.
So Norwich have Villa.
So when I was watching it with Sam,
away at Villa. Tough game for Norwich.
When I was watching that game with Sam, because he was like, "Okazi band, brilliant, love it." He was like, Villa will probably be saving themselves now for the playoff. Go easy on the last game of the season.
Should do. Well, I said this to a Leeds fan the other day. So like, right, don't think about anything else. Just play. Anyone who's got a knock, who's got a slight injury, anything like that, get them out. Don't put them anywhere near the first team. There's absolutely no need to play him. Play the reserve keeper. Basically, just play your backup in every single position. Because even if you get beaten,
it doesn't
really affect you that much. Because you're still getting a second leg home tie in the playoffs, which in the playoffs is pretty big. And
it's just the potential.
I mean, they can still finish fourth. I mean, technically, so you kind of need to put a little bit of a competitive team together. But I don't know. It's 6 or one after the other. You don't want to risk any players that you need for the playoffs and the potentially the playoff round. But it's an interesting situation.
But potentially, you're going to have.
Oh my God! How have they not killed it off?
You're going to have Leeds Borough and West Brom Villa as the semis.
So 2 big games, really.
And even Leeds Derby's a bit. If Derby make it, Leeds Derby's a pretty big game for those 2 clubs as well.
Leeds Bristol City, no one's really that bothered.
I don't think anyone wants to see Bristol City get there. So, Mr. Bristol.
Oh, obviously, but you know he's probably a gas, isn't he? He's probably a gas head, probably a big Bristol Rovers.
Is that what the Rovers are called?
Yeah, the gas. So that's all done and dusted. Sunderland and Portsmouth both played last night in League One. Both lost, which meant that Luton and Barnsley have been promoted to the Championship. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't want to distract you.
Okay. So Barnsley and Luton will both be in the Championship next season. So the only thing that's left to be done in that league is to determine the playoff spots and who's going to finish where. I think there's still teams that can... I don't think relegation's all done and dusted in that league either. So there's still bits to play for.
Yeah, my dad was saying about how if Donny get Sunderland in the playoffs, he'd fancy going up to the stadium.
Interesting. Not going to go to the home leg.
Well, I don't know.
They have to get in the playoffs first. They've got the last spot, I think. So
yeah, I think Peterborough
are 2 points behind.
Did they balls it at the weekend?
No, I can't remember. So, yeah, that's pretty much this week in football. Obviously, we just had the Champions League game, so Liverpool just beaten Barca 3-0. No, Barca just beaten Liverpool 3-0.
I was going to say.
And Ajax beat Tottenham 1-0 last night.
Everyone says that's like the end of the world for Tottenham, but I mean,
absolutely
it's just 1-0.
Yeah. All they need is a goal, and then that'll start them rocking. And to be fair, in the second half, they were pretty much all over them. Just couldn't put it in the back of the net. That's just because they didn't have anyone that was like Llorente is not very good.
Yeah, why was Son not in the team?
He was banned because he got booked in the second leg of the game against Man City.
Right, okay.
So that's why he was banned. And obviously Kane's injured. But they've got loads of players that are out injured. Like Aurier's injured, Lamella's injured apparently. So
just forget about Lamella.
Yeah, good player as well. Just I never really sort of clicked at Spurs because he's just always been injured. So hopefully Spurs can overturn that next week. I don't think Liverpool are going to score 3 against Barca and not have 1 scored against them. So you'd imagine that Liverpool have pretty much shit out now. But we'll see what happens next week with the Champions League games. Europa League tomorrow. Arsenal versus Valencia. Chelsea versus Eintracht.
What's happening last week? Specifically today.
Oh yes. So guy who used to play for Real Madrid called Iker Casillas. I think he's like Spain's all-time leading appearance maker, or it might be Ramos now actually. Don't know. But apparently he was training with Porto today and he's had a suspected heart attack on the training pitch. But I did see something that was on Twitter about an hour or so ago where there's a picture of him in his hospital bed and he's got his thumb up and stuff. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he's alright. And stuff like that. Obviously, he's a goalkeeper. I'm wearing a goalkeeper.
I was going to say, at his age, if that is a heart attack, that'll be him done. He won't. What's the point of risking it for another season?
You would have thought. I mean,
if you've got, like some people do come back from it, but
no need, is there?
No.
When it's your health and stuff like that, especially at that age.
A heart attack, the process of a heart attack, the heart takes off.
Yeah, I mean, even when you've had these other ones that have had suspected heart attacks in like younger, whatever, they've gone for early retirement after that because, I mean, it goes back to like you're not going to get insurance the
Yeah,
worst case
exactly.
scenario and stuff. And no one wants to be responsible for sending a guy out to like potentially die on the pitch.
No.
And Casillas is what's he getting up to, like 37, something like that?
He must be closing in on 40.
Yeah. If he has, he's not.
Oh God!
He's only having that kind of like, you know, final lap, as it were, after he's left his big club, isn't he?
Mm.
Just having his little time. So
I'm trying to look for the championship team of the season.
all right.
This is very annoying.
Right, well, while you just that.
Yeah, you keep.
Do you want some results from the weekend?
Let's talk about some football games.
Right, okay. I might have to use the interwebs to look up scorers. What did we have then first?
The mighty Borough versus Reading.
Middlesbrough 2. Reading 1. Now the annoying thing is that there was a surprise. There was a surprise sprung in the team lineup, making his return from what everyone thought was a season-ending hernia surgery.
Is this one of Andy's favourite
And
scorers?
scoring a goal.
I know, but I bet you,
Mr. Lewis Wing.
I'm going to say, if we look back and he's gone, what's the state of Wing, and you're like out for the season?
Because that's what it was. It said like he's just undergone hernia surgery, and it was like, there's not enough time for him to come back.
Yeah. So anyway, Wing and Assombalonga scored. It was Assombalonga, wasn't
Do Britta Assombalonga.
I was very panicked because at this up until that point there was points on the board but no points for this guy, and I was like, really? But that's nice. So
why did you not pick the win?
I didn't pick a win. I picked a draw. So everyone.
Anyone bothered? But the Reading goal scorer was Daniel Loader.
I was the only one that would have needed to worry about that, but no.
So did I go 1? I go 2 now.
Paul went 1-0.
Alright, okay.
Did I go do?
You did not.
Fucking hell's sake.
I did, obviously, because somebody, football pundit, told me that
He's scoring
every game.
between every game until now. On the
Apparently, the same football pundit
do you want to know the worst thing?
not believe
Didn't put him down.
Do you want to know the worst thing? Had he have fucking put any sort of effort in against their fucking shit bastards, he'd be on for scoring in every game until from now until the end of the season.
There you go,
Toss Pete.
Talk to me about Nottingham.
Nottingham Forest.
Because they played QPR.
Yeah,
Queen's Park Rangers 0.
I was just having to check the score.
Nottingham Forest.
I remember now. It
What?
was a good goal.
And it was our old friend Lindisfarne.
Which no one picked.
What's his actual name? Anis Farah.
Nobody picked that, but I'll just take
Ansari
2
Fard.
points for that one.
Ansari Fard. Kareem to his friends.
Kareem.
Somebody will take 1 point, and somebody will take 0 points.
Well,
Right.
it wasn't me because I picked to win, right?
Now,
So nobody got the goal scorer, so just two points there, and there's 1 point there, and no points there.
Right. Okay. So reveal, because I can't remember what we all went
So-
for.
True to form, Paul Williams, lowest scorer of the week with 1 point.
Didn't he win last week? No, you won last week.
Oh, I won last week, my son. I won last week. James Panas, second with 2 points.
I just got both results.
Yes, you did. Oh, that's right. Was Andrew Cook? Oh, that's right. Wins the week with 3 points.
Because you've got
2, 3.
both results and
And a goal
a
scorer.
Brit
I
score.
thought you had
But I
thought you had Borough to lose. Or
had
to draw.
a draw.
So you didn't get both results.
No,
Ah, so how have you got 3 points?
because I got 2 points for the Nottingham Forest QPR.
Did you go 1-0?
Of course, fucking did. Tell you something, boys.
2-0.
Tell you something. If you need to know the score of a game, come see this man. Pretty sure I've not only won this season.
I don't know whether I can really predict this week because I don't know if the game's fucking going off.
Well, there is that. Yeah, but I mean, if they're going to end up playing the kids, you've got to go big.
Go for a 4.
So, just before we do...
Oh, how much money do you want?
Oh, no. I was going to say, just before we go on to doing predictions for next week, we need to discuss the championship team of...
Okay, team of the year.
So...
We all know the goalie.
It's a standard 4-3-3. I mean, the goalkeeper might be in this room. Or, well, the shirt he's been wearing most of the season certainly is in this room and is currently being supported on this podcast. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Your goalkeeper in the championship team of the season, wearing this lovely number,
Tetsuo.
Darren fucking Randolph.
Let's make it in for you now. Getting all those points. Right, well done.
Right, James,
Kept you in it
can
against
you
Forest.
name me the rest of the team? There's a reason I'm not coming to you for this.
Probably not, but
I bet you can hazard a guess at the right back.
I don't know why he says right back.
I'm guessing it's a Forest player.
I can't imagine it is.
It's not, but it's the guy everyone's been banging on about this season.
Aaron's.
Correct. The left back, same club, just depends how well you know that club.
Who plays left back? Steeperman at left back.
No, I believe Steeperman played alongside Ben Godfrey at half, centre half. The left back is Jamal Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
Jamal Shaw.
Centre halves, he's retired. I just saw something that flashed.
Centre halves. See, I'm just trying to think.
Really?
Who's at the defence? What are your lot?
No. Just this guy got in there.
Oh,
Our defence has been terrible all season. Apart from the last line. Because he's a fucking legend. One of them was very disappointed that he gave a goal away on Saturday. Sunday.
He's Jansen in the team of the year.
He might be very familiar with his partner that's in the centre half with him.
Is Cooper in there as well?
Liam Cooper and Ponce Janssen.
Wow.
Right, then we move on to the midfield three. You've seen at least one of these guys several times this season.
Ooh, so I don't know which one it'll be.
No.
In midfield.
To say that this guy's going to have to do the holding of the three that have been picked is... I mean, it's an attacking front six. Let's put it that way. There's absolutely no defence being done apart from the actual defenders.
I can't think who's good at in midfield. Fleck. I don't know.
Ollie Norwood.
All right, yeah.
He is flanked by a Leeds, I'd say winger, but he probably plays in behind the two. Or the one.
Alionski?
No.
Hernandez?
Correct. And then the other midfielder, Jesus Christ, you can apparently be good for half a season and get in the team of the season here.
I don't know. You'd have to narrow it down here.
Villa.
Grealish.
Fucking Grealish. Fuck me. Seriously, you literally have a good half a season and you get in the team of the year. What the fuck is that about? Then the front three pretty much picks themselves, because I'm pretty sure they are the three top scorers.
Billy.
Correct.
Pookie.
Correct.
Oh God, who wants to score goals? Abrams?
Correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, Darren Randolph in goal. Back four of Lewis, Cooper, Janssen and Aarons. Midfield three of Hernandez, Norwood, Grealish. Front three, Sharp, Pookie, Abraham. Like I said, not an awful lot of defending being done in that team, other than by the defence. I mean, you could even argue that Aarons is getting forward too much in that. So there you go, there's your championship team of the year. Right then, so do we need to do some predictions for
There's
next
a
week?
there's a glaring error though there.
Go on.
Well, especially if
No Joe Lolly.
If Grealish could get in for half a season, why is Joe Lolly not in there?
No Lolly, why? You don't get it.
And if you need a holding midfielder, why is Jack Colback not in there? Jack Colback.
Jack Colback having a fucking war fight.
And if it's half a season, Graben should be there. But no, I don't deny those three. Those top three.
Can't really argue with that, can you? What? There's probably about 70 goals between them or something like that. Pookie hasn't he got like 30 for the season or something like that?
I don't know. Did he have a cup run?
Yeah, I'm sure it flashed up his stats the other day and it said that he got so many for the season and like only one of them wasn't in the league. So
yeah, they were interviewing him after, weren't they? Because I watched that game where they were saying that at the start of the season they'd have been like excited about Rhodes coming, leading the line or whatever, and like Pookie's like gone under the radar until
they signed him on a free, and when he was playing at Celtic, he was terrible. So when they signed him, I even remember laughing, thinking, "God, he's well shit."
Did he bag any against the Borough?
I think he scored at Carrow Road, but not at the Riverdance. That was Ono Hernandez's job there. Slag. I didn't score first, but I also had a 2-2 draw. Should have known better, really. Should have known better.
Yeah, I think it depends on
Right then, let's do some predictions. Mm-hmm. Let's get the Nottingham Forest game out the road, because no one cares about that shit.
Might have a quiz issue.
a quiz issue.
You want to do the Nottingham game first?
Yeah, boy. The brother got one. No.
Right, so on the basis that Bolton are shitting it.
Shitting it? I don't think they're shitting it. They've just not got any.
Versus Bolton.
I will go.
It's at Forest as well, isn't it? It's at the City ground.
I will go for 5s. Why not?
I see you 5.
5-0.
I see you 5.
Yes, 5-0.
I see you 5. I raise you.
Really?
Yeah, I honestly think it could be a bloodbath. He's got to pick his scorers first.
I think he's.
Bear in mind, you even said the other day, at this point, he's sort of tinkering around with formations, players and stuff like that.
Ansari Fard. You can put Kareem if you like.
Just put Lindisfarne. We'll still fucking know who you're on about.
2. Carvalho 1.
Well, then you need to put the 1.
Alright, okay then. Yates.
I'll be amazed if he doesn't.
Lolly. I was just thinking, I don't know if Lolly will play.
I bet he fucking does. He'd be stupid not to play.
I don't know. Arvin Appiah. I'm not. He might play. He might score. But anyway,
He's already picked his 5.
I know.
I'm going to go...
If he jumps on Arvin Appiah now.
So I'm going to go 7-0. Lindisfarne hat-trick. Lolly brace.
He's just saying he's too lazy to name too many more players.
Milosevic with another stupendous volley from inside the box.
Have you seen the video of that from basically...
Who's this, sorry?
Milosevic.
If you drew a line between the back post he found, him and the crowd, someone's got it perfectly behind the side of the ball on their phone. It's amazing.
I've got 6 goals there, I think.
Jakob.
No, that dirty bastard can fuck off. Daryl Murphy. With like a goodbye goal or something.
I don't think Murphy's getting on.
Probably off in the summer.
O'Neill likes him.
Yeah, but he's a fucking prick, isn't he?
When money's involved, I don't like none of these silly scores.
You're going to split the difference, aren't you?
So,
No, he's going to go 2-0.
3-0.
Let me guess. Cash Lolly Osborne. He's dying to go for grabbing. No, we haven't.
Probably won't play, will he?
He's been getting on in all the games.
There's no need for him to play, though, is there?
No. I hope he stays. I really hope he stays.
Well, he's signed, isn't he? So it's not as if he's only on there on loan. So.
No, but
they'd be silly to let him go.
You get to that kind of age, though. No, I don't think they'll want to let him go. But you get to that kind of age, and like players just want to. They're thinking it's our last game. It's our last. It might be our last season.
Mm-hmm.
Probably want to do something with it.
Mm.
Maybe don't believe in the vision.
Yeah.
Am I up?
No, I think Andy should have first dibs on this one.
Middlesbrough, Rotherham. Rotherham, nothing to play for.
Correct. They're already down.
Middlesbrough.
I mean, you say there's nothing to play for. A little bit of pride. Last home game before in front of the fans. You know, they'll probably potentially want us like send them off with a win.
Exactly.
But you know.
So, breaking out an old favourite.
2-1 Borough.
2-1 Borough.
Interesting.
Obviously, we do.
Good luck with the Rotherham.
We do enter the issue that I have no idea who replaced Rotherham.
It's okay because
So-
you can go OG.
No, or you could go if you think ex-Philadelphia Eagles running back, British.
Yeah. Seeing as he's back, he might have another one.
Wingy.
Obviously,
Wingy Louie.
I have to put Brett down.
Do.
And break wing out. Seeing as he
Good man.
is
I like
him
it.
as
I
well.
like it very much.
Rotherham,
Ex-Philadelphia Eagles running back, British.
JJ.
But just take the J off. I don't know what his first name is, but I know they've got a kid called a Jai.
Right.
I'm going because I think this is going to be cagey. I think you'll win, but I think it'll be 1-0.
Interesting.
I think they'll just sit on it
Sit on it.
and hope. And I think that goal. I want to go. I want to say Downing.
I was going to say Karanka then. I was like, hey.
I want to say Downing, but
Say it then.
Say it.
no, I'm not
Say it.
going
That's
Downing.
right.
I will go for.
Put you down for Downing.
I'm not going down. I'm not going down.
Put you down for Emnes. Own goal.
Anytime you want, James.
Just give me 1 second.
Today,
I just need to look something up.
this week,
Whilst he's
No,
doing
go
that.
on. Clayton.
So Adam Clayton has played over 100 games for Borough. He has scored once.
Until
And
This
it
week.
was against the team that he used to play for. So
has he played for Rotherham?
he has never played for Rotherham.
Right. Well, there you go.
Rotherham 0. Middlesbrough 2. Excuse me. Goals scored by Do and Ashley Fletcher. And a side note, Derby County 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, Middlesbrough in the playoffs.
You don't get any points for that.
Derby 1, West Brom 1.
Right. I can just say a load of shit and
Well,
then just hope it's
well, at this
right.
point, surely you're wanting Derby to get absolutely pumped by West Brom.
I don't really care. I don't really
Call
care
yourself
what
a
happens
Forest
to
fan.
Derby. Yeah, I don't buy into all
Because you're
this.
the Forest fan.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You don't want them to go up when you stay down. Come on.
No, I don't particularly want
Matt
to.
Moore
go,
would
I
be
don't
absolutely
care.
disgusted
I
if
know.
he
He
went.
would. I don't care.
He even said that it was bittersweet that Forest had won 3-0 the other week because it helped Derby get back in the playoff. Possible.
But it was also sweet because he knows that. You,
Well, obviously,
you
he's
suffered
like,
for it.
nah. So, yeah, I'll go for Borough to win, get a sneak into the playoffs, and then eventually, do Leeds over 2 legs. And then probably get absolutely fucking dicked on by Villa in the playoff final. It's bizarre, isn't it? That given where we were about 8 weeks ago, and then we were like saying, Borough, got to do something absolutely spectacular to not get in the playoffs. And now they're having to win to get in. Jesus Christ.
It could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Not much.
Yeah, you kick-started us onto a little run, didn't you? I mean that. Just that win against Middlesbrough.
All of 2 games.
First time we've won back-to-back games since September.
Is there some wedge going down?
Probably the last time that we beat you.
Sure, no bed. Logging in now.
Log it. I've fallen out with Skybet.
Have you? Why is that?
Because they wanted details from me that I felt was unnecessary. Super 6. I went in to play my Super 6 one day and it was like, oh, just real quick, just what's your blood type again? I'm like,
absolutely did not say that.
It didn't say that, but it might as well have done. And I'm like, you definitely do not need this information. Absolutely, 100% do not need to know that.
Okay, so
I'm like, well, I'm not prepared to give you that information. So it was like, guess you don't want to play then.
right.
Do the bet insights.
Well,
Believe that Bolton are going to shit out.
You need to check this because it's not even bringing it up as a game you can bet on.
That it's maybe off then.
So I would check to see if it's already been postponed.
No.
In which case, it's probably not much.
Is
point
it
putting the bets on? But we can have a go.
Is there something that like maybe they're not allowed to play it until they've concluded the Brentford game?
Potentially, yeah, maybe. Right, so we've got correct score 0-2, correct score 1-2, correct score 0-1. So the 2-0 for me is 17-2. The 2-1 for you is 8-1.
It's listed.
The 1-0 for this
So are you just putting a single on?
prick is 15-2. Well, keep a note of them.
Right, sorry, give me those again.
So 2-0 is 17-2. 2-1 is 8-1. And 1-0 is 15-2. I'll keep them in my betting slip and I'll just keep an eye on it to see if the odds come up for the...
according to BBC Sport, 2 hours ago, Bolton Wanderers, relegated side's last game of the season, will go ahead.
Maybe they need to...
Bolton's final championship game of the season at Forest will go ahead on Sunday after the club says its players will be available.
Rethink those scores. But I still think
the game was in doubt after last week's match against Brentford was postponed, with Bolton's players going on strike over unpaid wages. BBC Sport understands PFA has agreed to loan the club the money to cover some of the unpaid wages. The club's long-term future remains uncertain after prospective new owner Lawrence Bassini committed to providing English football with proof he has the funds to take over by Tuesday. Former Watford owner Bassini, did
not know that.
No. Intended purchase of the Championship club was originally announced in April, but Bolton owner Kent Anderson released a statement saying if Bassini did not provide proof of funds by Monday, he would explore other options. There you go. Incidentally, did I read an article that was saying that Sheffield United's owners put the club up for sale now?
I think he's had a bid. I'm sure that there was something.
I think he's been trying to get.
He's already had a bid accepted or something like that, but it's really weird. I don't really know.
I imagine that hiked the price.
Yeah, I'll try and put it on if I can. If the odds.
So keep an eye on it, and then otherwise just have to have a single or something. I've just looked at the quiz. So last week there was 3 options for quizzes. James picked
the right option.
The right option for James, and won the quiz. Congratulations.
Oh, it was tense. I won it on the last question.
I've just looked at the 2 other options.
Well, I'll keep it. Yeah. Then if I don't put the bets on, I need to give you £1 back.
Is this Paul or me?
That you.
Thank you.
I've just looked at the 2 other options for quizzes. First one I've looked at, pretty sure we've done it before. So that narrows us right down to the other quiz. Unfortunately for us, it feels...
Yeah, so I won on a 3 hour 10.
It feels familiar.
Oh, yeah.
If it feels familiar to you, it probably is.
Maybe it just... I'm just getting into the groove.
That's because the first question.
Because the last two questions, because there's 12 questions on this quiz, the last two questions have only got, it's all multiple choice. They've only got 3 choices.
Interesting.
The other question.
Give us the first question.
So,
just as a non-competitive one, just to see, because we'll know.
What I will say is, I read this first one. I was like, we've definitely had this before, but then I moved on and was like, hang on, I think we might have had the first question before, but then not others. So,
yeah.
Question number 1 of 12. As always, play at home. If you beat Paul, let us know. If you beat
James,
current week champion,
yes,
James.
Let's not go ahead.
Question 1 of 12. Let's start off easy. It says. So let's see. Which player has the most amount of goals in a single Premier League season of 38 games? Your options: Cristiano Ronaldo, Harry Kane, Alan Shearer, Mohamed Salah. Okay. I get the answer straight away, so it doesn't feel. Anyway, let's move on. Question number 2: Which goalkeeper has the most appearances in Premier League history? David James, Mark Schwarzer, David Seaman, Petr Cech.
Can I just have those again?
David James, Mark Schwarzer, David Seaman, Petr Cech.
And this is the most amount of appearances.
Games played.
Question number 3. Which player holds the records for the most Premier League clubs played for?
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Craig Bellamy, Scott Parker, Marcus Bent, Tal Ben Haim.
Haim?
Done well there, hasn't he?
He has. He absolutely nailed Craig Bellamy. There's a lot of people out there that would like to do that. Little twat.
I don't think we've had this before.
No, this isn't feeling. Like I say, the first one felt very, but then after that I was like, no. Question number 4. Who is the oldest Premier League goal scorer? Is it Dean Windass, Teddy Sheringham, Ryan Giggs, or Stuart Pearce?
Fuck.
Question number 5. Which of these records is not true of Derby County's dismal 2007-2008 campaign? Fewest Premier League wins in a single season. Worst Premier League goal difference in a single season. Fewest Premier League goals scored in a single season. Most Premier League goals conceded away in a single season.
Do you know this?
I've had an idea.
Question number 6. Which player has the most Premier League goals in a debut season? Carlos Tevez.
Say that again, just start again. Which of these had the most goals in a debut season?
Carlos Tevez, Mohamed Salah, Kevin Phillips, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Bank. That guy.
Give us them again. Tevez, Salah,
Kevin Phillips, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
JFH.
JFH, striker. Hardest shot in the Premier League.
Questions?
Have you seen him when he's on punditry now? He's a big man, isn't he?
He's a fucking unit, yeah, of course he is.
Question 7. Which player has the most Premier League goals in a calendar year? Cristiano Ronaldo, Harry Kane, Alan Shearer, Robbie Van Persie.
Robbie Van Persie.
Robin, even.
No, I like Robbie.
Hello, Robbie Van Persie here. Right, give us him again.
No. I will not. Ronaldo, Kane, Shearer, Percy.
Percy.
Question 8.
There's a quiz question for you. Can you name a footballer with the first name Percy? I can't.
Which team has the most points in a Premier League season? Chelsea 2004-2005, Manchester United 99-2000, Chelsea 2016-2017, Manchester City 2017-28.
Oh, excuse me.
Question number 9. Who scored the quickest goal in Premier League history?
Ah.
Well, we'll
Now.
know from the options.
We covered this the other week.
We did cover this the other week, but I believe that this quiz will have been found before that was changed.
I think so too.
So, Christian Eriksen, Ledley King, Mark Viduka,
Dukes.
Asmir Begovic.
Now the best thing
That'd
about that
be
is the fact that he's a
interesting.
keeper.
He has scored though, hasn't he?
I think so. There's a couple of keepers that have scored, isn't there? Like Paul Robinson just blazed one straight over Ben Foster's head once.
10.
10.
Which manager has the most amount of promotions to the Premier League?
It's going to be some shite house manager that he's probably on the list for the most relegations from the Premier League. Also.
Colin. Right, in fact, can I have a guess at the 4 players, the 4 managers? Is one of them Neil Warnock?
Neil Warnock.
Is another one Mick McCarthy?
No.
Is one of them Steve Bruce?
Steve Bruce is an option.
Is one of them Alan Pardew?
Alan Pardew is an option.
Is the last one...
Wait.
He's looking at me as if to say I should know this.
You should fucking
Is it
know
Tony
this.
fucking
Tony
Pulis?
Is it
fucking
TV?
Pulis.
Fuck me. Jesus. Right, so it was Colin Wanker.
No. There's no Colin here.
Neil Warner.
So an anagram of Neil Warnock.
Oh, is it really?
Is Colin Wanker.
Didn't know that.
So if you type Colin Wanker into Google, it'll bring up
comes up
Neil
with
Warnock's Wikipedia
But-
page.
To do it in order, because I don't know, you'll probably be writing letters down.
No.
knowing you.
No, but
Steve Bruce, Alan Pardew, Neil Warnock, Tony motherfucking Pulis.
I like it. Motherfucking Pulis.
Question 11. Who scored the first ever goal in Premier League history? Noel Whelan,
I believe it's pronounced Whelan.
Rod Wallace,
I believe it's pronounced Wallace.
Rod Wallace dead now.
Brian
I
Dean.
find it's pronounced Brian Dean.
And the 12th and final question.
Oh, there's only 3 options. The last 2.
Yeah, you said that.
I remember now.
Which club holds the record for the longest unbeaten home record in the Premier League? Is it United, of the Manchester variety, Chelsea, or up the Arsenal?
Oh, no. Hang on.
Oh no, I've put City down.
Balls, I put Middlesbrough.
The Borough. So, gentlemen, your score to beat
7.
is 5 out of 12.
You feeling confident, Paul?
Just to let you know.
Well, I'm trying to work out if someone will have got tripped up by the most goals in a debut season question.
Apparently, it's a solid
What do you
effort.
mean?
You
Well,
showed
there's an option
glimpses
on
of
there.
excellence.
Well,
Again,
you mean
very
someone's
close to
going
winning it all.
someone's going to fall into the trap of Salah?
You're on the cusp of greatness.
I did not.
Damn it!
All the way back to the
What?
top.
Mohamed Salah in his debut season where he got like 2 goals for Chelsea? Fuck you, dickhead. What? What are you fucking looking at that for?
Let's start off easy.
I've put the wrong one as well. It's not that, is it?
I think it is.
I was thinking, yeah, but didn't he play in the First Divisional Championship in his first season? Did he not come up with them?
Yeah,
But didn't say debut Premier League season.
yeah. We got the Golden Boot that season.
Yeah, but
That was his debut Premier League season.
See, I read it originally that way, but then I was thinking, does it mean his debut season?
No, his debut season in the Premier League.
Right, okay.
Number 1, Mohamed
Which
Salah.
player has the most amount of goals in a single Premier League season?
I put Salah in brackets Mohamed. Is that acceptable?
I think you'll find it's Mo Salah.
Mo Salah,
Of course.
do.
The record-breaking Egyptian scored a whopping
money.
32 Premier League goals this season, surpassing Shearer, Ronaldo and Suarez on 31.
31.
And that was his first season?
No.
Question number 2. Which goalkeeper has the most appearances in the Premier League history?
Dracula. You know, because he's scared of crosses. David James.
Is it Dave Jamo? That's what I've put.
David James.
J-Mo! I almost wrote David Seaman.
Former Liverpool and West Ham keeper David James has the most with 572. Schwartz is the second with 5.
I love how they just got bored after,
Schwartz.
what did they say, Liverpool and Man City?
West Ham.
Just West Ham. Just
Well,
got
West
bored.
Ham.
Just got bored of all the other teams.
What bother with Man City, Villa, Portsmouth.
Did he come from Palace before Liverpool?
No, well,
Might not have been Prem though.
I don't know. I don't know
I
why.
thought
I
he
don't
was
know
a
how
Palace boy.
Maybe. I just always assumed he started out at Liverpool.
Which player holds the record for the most Premier League clubs played for?
You might be right. I've gone Bellamy.
I know he's got the record for the most different teams scored for. I just thought maybe it was Marcus Bent.
You were right to do so.
Interesting.
Ben has played for 8 Premier League clubs.
Now we need to identify the one he didn't score for, because we know there's at least one, probably 2.
Crystal Palace, Blackburn Rovers, Ipswich Town, Leicester City, Everton, Charlton Athletic, Wigan Athletic and Wolverhampton Wanderers. The others have played for 7 clubs.
I didn't remember him playing for Wolves.
No, I didn't either.
I'm assuming he hasn't scored for my
Who
team.
is the oldest Premier League goal scorer?
Now, I've put Teddy, but something in the back of my head says it could be Windass.
Oh, I thought maybe I put Teddy, but I was thinking, is it Giggsy? But I think Giggsy set a different record for all those. He scored in all those Premier League seasons in a row, but I don't think he ever got to the age that Teddy got when he got one at West Ham. So I'm going Teddy.
It's Teddy Sheringham.
Terry Sheddingham.
He scored for West Ham, aged 40 years, 8 months and 24 days. Dean Windass is the second oldest at 39 years, 7 months and 21
I wonder where
days.
Giggsy was. How old was
Giggsy.
Was he not 39?
I don't know, he was like late 30s.
Which of these records is not true of the
Complete
Derby
guessing
County's
on this
dismal 2007-2008 campaign?
I thought I'd go for one like the least obvious one. So I went for D. They did not set the record for goals conceded away.
I've gone for the worst goal difference because I think that was Swindon.
I went for the worst goal difference. Unfortunately, the right answer is most Premier League goals conceded away in a single season. That unfortunate stat belongs to Wigan Athletic. They conceded 55 away goals in 2009-2010.
Tell you something, not looking good for Mr. Williams.
Which player has the most Premier League goals in a debut season?
Kevin Phillips.
I've gone Kevin Phillips because I've understood the question the same way as you, but now I'm thinking, we misunderstood the question.
Kevin Phillips has scored 30 goals for Sunderland in 99-2000. Since Mo Salah's Premier League debut season was for Chelsea, this year's goal tally doesn't count.
Nailed it then.
Which player has the most Premier League goals in a calendar year?
Kane.
Kane.
It's Tottenham's Harry Kane. He fired in 39 goals in 2017. Which team has the most points in a Premier League season?
City.
City.
It's Pep's Manchester City. They are the first team ever to reach the 100-point tally, which they did this season.
I'm not sure on those two,
You're going to win it.
but I'm pretty sure on those two.
Who scored the quickest goal in Premier League history?
Ledley King. 11 seconds or something like that.
13.
Ledley King is the unlikely scorer of the Premier League's quickest ever goal. He scored after just 10 seconds against Bradford in 2000. Question 10. Which manager has the most amount of promotions to the Premier League?
I've gone with Colin Wanker.
Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce has been promoted on 4 occasions. 2 with Birmingham City and 2 with Hull, the most by any manager.
I need to crawl one back.
Who scored the first ever goal in the Premier League history?
I'm confident on that.
Well, they had Mourinho there for ages and they didn't lose any games at home. Woo! Brian Dean.
Brian Dean.
Brian Dean.
It was Brian
So
Dean.
we need to set the scene before you...
He scored for Sheffield United against Manchester United on the 15th of August 1992.
So going into the last question, Paul, how many have you got correct?
I have 9 out of 11.
I have 10 out of 11.
Do you both have the same answer?
We have different answers
Oh my god.
for the last question, but if it turns out it's neither of us, then you still win.
Yeah. It's not the Arsenal though, is it?
Which
I put that.
Did you?
Which club holds the record for the longest unbeaten home record in the Premier League?
Right, so I was absolutely guessing. At least he's got some logic. I've gone United. Rule me out. I'm out, aren't I?
I believe it's Chelsea, and I think they went something ridiculous like 6 seasons or something like that, or 4 or 5 seasons.
It's Chelsea. Jose Mourinho's Blues went 86 games unbeaten at home between February 2004 and October 2008.
4 years without losing a game at home. How many was that?
Fucking hell.
That's disappointing because I was 9 out of 9. He'd shit
So-
2 in the first 5.
Does this need a tiebreaker?
Technically, we need a tiebreaker.
Really loves me a tiebreaker. So,
Oh, I've blown it.
He's literally had a 2-0 lead, and he's blown it in the last. He's blown it in injury time.
Fucking,
I've salvaged a
fucking
2-2 draw.
Colin Wanker. Let me down, haven't I?
He always does. Bastard. TB. Tiebreaker.
I got no room.
right, gentlemen.
We're going over here.
Just put TB. Have you got a nearest the pin question?
I would like you to tell me
I'd like to draw me.
the capacity
Oh no. Don't do Stamford Bridge.
for the New York Stadium.
Ooh! Rotherham.
Rotherham's-
Or
Rotherham's New York Stadium.
Or as in the
where-
proposed new space York Stadium at Monk's Cross.
Or the one in the Big Apple.
Rotherham's
Rotherham's
Stadium.
New York Asiel Stadium.
Yes, please.
Fuck. Right, hang on. How big did that stand look when we were up when we went past it on the train?
About that big. But it was very
6
far
inches.
away.
It looked
No,
like it was 6
it wasn't
inches.
very far
Really?
away. It was pretty big.
Yeah, about 6 inches. I'll give you a clue.
No!
No clues.
Knuckles!
It's got a number in it.
Knuckles. Is one of those numbers a 1?
There are no ones.
Oh,
Has a capacity of 1.
I want to change. I've changed my mind. I've changed my
Has a
mind.
capacity of 10. Tens of tens. Pens down.
I'm in.
That's what she said. So,
My pen is out of my hand. I cannot make any changes.
Paul, your capacity. Please.
I want him to tell us.
Well, yeah, that makes more sense. You tell us.
and then we'll do a reveal.
Yeah,
Do you think it's less or more than 10,000?
more.
More.
More or less than 15?
More.
Well, you're fucking wrong.
Are we? No. That can't be right. That's tiny. That's smaller than the keep more.
Yeah, because that's like 15 odd, isn't it? Or something
Yeah.
like that.
I thought it was bigger than that. I'm annoyed at myself now.
Name.
12.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And 21.
That's tiny.
Oh dear.
That makes the
one of them.
vitality look massive.
It's still bigger than the vitality.
That's one of them numbers, isn't it?
12,021. It's
Yeah.
a palindrome.
That's it.
Maybe that's why they've done it. Maybe they thought we can build it bigger.
Well,
but
actually-
that'll be a shit quiz question.
Actually, their capacity is 12,000, but they can extend it.
What, by an extra 21 seats?
So,
Right. Oh no.
James Panas. Paul Williams.
Can Paul reveal first?
Paul Williams.
So I went for
17.
1.
You went for
You've
one.
won.
You won.
Did you go 20,000?
I went for 21,800.
Oh.
Jeebus!
So almost
It's
double the
It's the
capacity.
fucking championship ground.
Yeah, but bear in mind when they built it, I
Yeah.
think we need 2. Or something
But
like
I
that.
thought
Yeah, I went 18,764.
I was convinced it would be bigger than the keep out. I did.
So did I.
Did have that thought process.
Yeah. I'm a little bit gutted the tickets are all sold out for that because I kind of wanted to go just to see
Well,
what it's like because
now we
it's
can see that-
a really nice stadium.
Now we can see why they're sold out because there's fucking
There's
non
no
There's like
seats to-
Yeah.
6 tickets on sale.
So your 5% allocation. Yeah.
I'll just chalk that win up.
Ugh.
14-5.
Your 5% allocation. Enjoy your 600 tickets.
I think they got like 1,800 tickets,
they're only obliged to
which
give
would have
you,
been 10% if my fucking figures had been right.
they're only obliged to give you 5, aren't they? But obviously, if they don't think they're gonna,
Do you know what? I honestly don't know what the laws are
I think they're obliged to give at least 5.
'Cause in
But
the-
they'll
'cause
give more if.
because in the cup they have to make 25% of the seats available.
Oh really?
The clubs don't have to sell them, and if they don't, then they can be sold back to the home. But yeah, apparently you have to make
Yeah.
25% available because I remember Borough played Barrow in the FA Cup third round once. It might have been one of the games we went to actually, and they took 10,000.
Really?
Something ridiculous like that. Pools did the same at Sunderland once. We took 10,000 to Stadium of Light.
So that's not normal though, is it? Because like,
Quarter.
yeah,
Quarter.
but when we went to see Forest,
Mhm.
you think where the Forest fans were.
Mhm.
If they'd have rocked up with 10,000, they'd have had to be somewhere else.
So they had to put them in a stand, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Whereas the Pools fans were basically given like an
Did
entire
they
corner.
get an end? Oh, of course.
They got like an entire. Well, no, there might have been an end actually. There's pictures of it on.
Just opposite to where we were.
There's pictures of it on Twitter. No, because it was at Roker Park.
Oh, sorry, we're not talking about.
I thought you were talking about
Borough,
Borough versus Pools versus Sunderland.
No.
Talking about Borough versus Barrow. Yeah, so where we were, that used to be the away end.
All right.
So they had basically that entire stand. Right, hang on, I'll have a look for the Pools game.
Well, that was disappointing.
Anything else before we wrap? Best of luck to Borough in their last game of the season, absolutely. Yes.
I mean, you know.
Let's see if...
and good luck, Forest scoring 5 or 7 against the Bolton first team now.
WWE is going back to Saudi Arabia with Goldberg and Undertaker. What?
Is Goldberg
The
like
fuck?
a current wrestler in the WWE?
Like retired. Is that
Oh
not,
dear.
is that not a thing?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
I have not got anything football related.
I have no more football-related information.
Do you have anything football related? How has the five-a-side league been going? We didn't cover.
Sadly, we suffered our first defeat last week.
Oh dear.
We suffered a 2018 loss. Not
Was
my finest
Was it down
moments.
to the keeper?
The keeper played an absolute shocker. Let's put it that way. I couldn't get near some of the goals. They were just right in the corners, and no chance. Disappointing.
Like Alisson tonight.
But that's only because he's got a girly name.
Becca.
Alison. Mother ragger!
We don't
I'm
know.
determined to find this photo.
What?
It doesn't matter for the podcasting audience, so we can say goodbye.
Right.
Goodbye
Yeah,
and good luck to all Middlesbrough fans out there. Forest fans, you can.
Obviously, tune in for the information of the last games.
Oh, of course. And then hopefully we'll have 2 playoff games to
Playoff
bring
special.
to you. Yeah. Au revoir, folks.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
So there you go. What do you think of that? Another week in the bag, another week of games done, another week to come, and like I say, the season's drawing to a close. YouTube watchers, make sure you're YouTube subscribers, check for notifications and that sort of stuff. Everybody should jump over to thecookiecast.com, check us out over there, check our different features, social media, email, things like that, and drop us a line, tell us how you're doing. So yeah, there we go, another week done. Tune in next week for more football fun, and until then, I'll say bye-bye.